The Watchers are a race of extraterrestrials that appear in comic books published by Marvel Comics. Created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, the first Watcher, named Chew, appears in Fantastic Four number 13. Fictional history: the Watchers are one of the oldest species in the universe and are committed to observing and compiling knowledge on all aspects of the universe. This policy of total non-interference came into existence due to a former, well-meant attempt by the Watchers to bestow advanced knowledge on the Prosilicans, who used the nuclear technology gained to create weapons and destroy themselves. When the Watchers returned to Prosilicus, the survivors blamed them for causing the catastrophe by giving the Prosilicans nuclear technology before they were ready for it. The Watchers then took a vow never to interfere with other civilizations. Despite this, the Watcher Chew has revealed himself to the superhero team the Fantastic Four, telling them of his race. In his first appearance, he made them battle the Red Ghost and his super apes for control of the moon. He complimented Reed Richards and claimed he would go to a more distant part of the galaxy to observe humanity. He aids them on several occasions against global threats such as the Molecule Man, Galactus, and the Overmind. The leader discovered his existence and tracked him to his world. He transported the Hulk there to get the Ultimate Machine, which contains all the information in the universe. The Hulk battled the amphibious QNAX, who had also been sent to recover the machine. The Watcher transported them away from his machines to battle, and when the Hulk won, he transported QNAX back to his home world. He then took the Hulk back to his base, where the Hulk took the machine despite the Watcher's warnings. The leader transported him back to Earth and tried to use the device. However, the tremendous amount of knowledge proved too much for the leader. He collapsed to the ground, unmoving, and the Hulk assumed that he died of shock. When the Hulk tried to use the machine himself, Chew allowed him to hear the voice of Rick Jones, after which the Hulk removed the device. The Watcher then transported the Ultimate Machine back to his planet. After blatant interference with the mission of the Kree soldier Mar-Vell, Chew is put on trial by his own race, but is released on the provision that he never directly interfere again. Chew is later banished by his race for aiding the Fantastic Four against the threat of his rogue nephew, Aaron, the Renegade Watcher, who tries to destroy the universe. The dreaming Celestial later scans Chew and learns the Watcher has broken his pact of non-interference almost 400 times. The Celestial also reveals the Watchers, like the Celestials themselves, are servants of a concept called Fulcrum, with apparent consequences for interference. Despite this, the other Watchers have interfered in other civilizations' events, though rarely, notably when the world-ending robot Omejex approached the Milky Way and they deemed it dangerous enough to act directly against it. There is also a tongue-in-cheek splintered-off faction of Watchers that call themselves the Critics, who not only observe events, but also give dramatic critique as they take place. The only known critic looks similar to other Watchers, but wears a mustache, goatee, dark sunglasses, and, rather than toga, dresses in a tweed sport coat. When Nova briefly visits Chew and witnesses him watching various alternate realities, he learns that Chew's father was the Watcher who originally gave nuclear technology to the Prosilicans, with Chew's search of parallel universes being motivated by the desire to find the one world where his father's act of charity was proved to be the right thing to do. Powers and abilities: the Watchers are cosmic beings, who possess the innate ability to achieve virtually any effect desired, including augmenting personal attributes, time and space manipulation, molecular manipulation, energy projection, and a range of mental powers. They also have access to highly advanced technology. Known Watchers: Akbar, Aaron, a renegade Watcher. Atul, Ek, the Watcher who first came upon the newborn Galactus. But despite realizing the danger of his existence, he chose not to eliminate him in his helpless state, thereby contributing to his evolution into the Devourer of Worlds. Edda, Egma, Au, Emnu, Enko, Iko, Ing, Okum, the One, Uatu, Walu, Chew, the Watcher who was originally assigned to Earth and who was the first to break with his people's principles of non-interference by allying himself with the Fantastic Four against Galactus. Willig, Aravo, a young female Watcher who was sent to find Chew when she had abandoned her post on Earth. Uatu, Watcher of the Kalishi, a watcher who observed the planet Kalishi. Xeku. Other versions. What if the watcher Chu often observes how key events from the Earth 616 Marvel Universe differed in alternate universes and speculates on the related consequences. Ha. Huh? The watcher appears as the host of Marvel Comics spoof. On the first page he appears as a peeping Tom. Earth X. In the alternate reality of Earth X, the Watchers are slaves of the Celestials. As punishment for their non-interference during the birth of their archenemy Galactus, the Celestials force the Watchers to observe the impregnation of newly formed planets with their celestial eggs, and the eventual birth of the Celestial within, which ultimately destroys that planet. Ultimate Watchers. In the Ultimate Marvel Alternate Universe Limited Series Ultimate Origins, the Watchers are depicted as machines that speak through a human host. They choose Rick Jones as their herald to help humans survive an upcoming crisis. In other media. Television. The Watchers appears as a group featured in the animated Silver Surfer. The Watchers appear in the Avengers Assemble episode Mojo World. 3 Watchers appear as members of the arena and audience on Mojo's spaceship. Video games. The Watchers are referenced in Marvel, Ultimate Alliance. If the player asks Chu about the Watchers, Chu will bring up a history of the Watchers introducing technology to the residents of Prosilicus. Web series. The Watcher is the title of a web series that runs on Marvel's official YouTube page hosted and written by Lorraine Sink, featuring news about Marvel Comics, film, television, and toys. References. External links. Watchers at Marvel Wiki.